Well, we're finally here. This is Skybase, the endgame of Sonic 100 Master System, and Robotnik's other super secret evil hideout of Doom. Yep. Anywho, this is probably the hardest act in the game. It requires quite a bit of learning, good timing on everything, and definitely memorization. Although the stage isn't that bad once learned, it's just an issue of timing. Now, as you may notice there, the lighting barriers can be jumped through, whilst they're spawning, as it were. But when the background is flashing bright blue, they are then deadly. The main issues of this level are quite simply the guns. The guns shoot anywhere between 4 and 1 bullet, and their timing is pretty random. Well, the act is hard. It's not really easy about this act. This act with quite a bit to learn. Hey, one of. And I essentially just have to go for it. Any deviation generally leads to me getting hurt. It's very easy to mess up the timing on that stage. So the worst section is probably the guns themselves. Well, unfortunately that stage was so short I didn't get time to explain everything. But this is the Skybase in question, and it's got an awesome piece of music to it. And it's quite a fitting final level. Now you see up there? There's whirly blade traps, more guns, bombardniks, and all sorts of nasty stuff. Well, I'm not going that direction. I'm going this way. Yep. This is going to be really exciting, folks. There's two paths in this stage. One is the trap-filled route of death. The other one is a nice little air ride with slow-moving platforms, which are very easy to traverse. Now, you may be wondering, why am I going this route? Why can't I get a more entertaining route? Well, quite simply, this is the route the Chaos Emerald's on, so I don't have much choice in the matter. I'll go ahead and re-record the other route on a separate run, but for now, we've obtained the Chaos Emerald. One thing to be wary of, that chain right there, it's a one-way chain. Oh well. Whee! I always love doing that. Just completely bypasses the bullet bills of the stage. Now, so yeah, Act 2's a lot easier than Act 1 in all fairness. Dear. But I can't really rest yet. We have now got the final boss of the game, the Skybase core itself. Now, this boss is legitimately quite challenging. So, this is going to be difficult. Because very good timing to beat. At least to beat quickly. Now, the Robotnik basically has a lightning barrier, which on the first 4 hits follows a very set path. After that, it will activate and just sort of move all about. You sort of need to lure it away to the side of the screen and then run for it. Getting 2 hits is fairly tough. But I think we're done. Awesome. And Robotnik's got his own teleporter. And yet again, he buggers off. Oh well. Oh wait, I suppose I could use the teleporter as well. Hup, dup, hup, dup. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time! Well, there we have it. We've got all the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic would naturally release them to summon the Eternal Dragon and get his wish. No, wait, wrong franchise. Or maybe he is, or he gets his wish anyway. Fine. And we get the always enjoyable score totaling. Well, that was Sonic 1 on the Master System. Huh. Apologies for the slight delay on this video. I've been ill the past couple of days and I haven't had a chance to record this. I hadn't had a chance to get a successful recording, shall we say. Still. We're done now. That's this game over and done with. Cue the credits roll. He says. Cue the credits roll. Thank you. So yeah, that was actually an enjoyable thing. This game's a lot easier than I remember it being, because I do have distinct memories of this game being very difficult when I was younger. Probably because I wasn't quite used to it compared to the Mega Drive version. I feel like I grew up with the Mega Drive version and not this version. I used to play this at my uncle's house and we couldn't get anywhere. Okay, so I think just slightly, the first few times you go through this game ends up being harder than the original Sonic 1. But once learnt, it's not too bad. Most of the game's difficulty just comes from just general, well, blind jumps, bottomless pits. The fact you kind of brings in the boss fight's quite annoying. Especially the first few times you play it, but once the game's learnt, memorised, it's not hard. I think I can name the 2 trouble spots off the top of my head, which is 3 trouble spots, which is Jungle Zone boss, Skybase Act 1, and Skybase boss. Those are the 3 sticking points in the game that are particularly difficult. Well, I don't know how much else to say, really. We're basically done here. So, what next? Well, I would like to continue the Sonic series, and I'm looking into doing the next 8-bit Sonic game, which will be Sonic 2. Oh boy. Someone brought up a really interesting question. Why am I using a 10-point scale when everything's getting like 1s and 2s and max has been 4 so far on the ratings? Did it ever go above a 5? Well, yeah. I'm taking into consideration the entire series in here, and I can tell you right now, I definitely think Sonic 2 on the Master System, or Game Gear, whatever I end up doing, is going to get high ratings. That's going to be hard. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start uploading that series. I'm away on holiday for a couple of weeks. Anywho, on to the outtakes, which there were several, because this level was a pain in the arse. Oh, before I forget, I need to record that alternate path as well. Incidentally, before I get to Act 2's alternate path, there's another path on Act 1. At least there would be, but it's Orbonauts in the way, and this is the type that you can't actually kill. I had meant to say that in the actual playthrough, but you sort of had to, oh. You know, I can just lure him over here. Well, you can just lure him over here if you so wish, and it just takes a while. So the bottom route's definitely faster. Well, we've done the sissy-wooshy route, so let's go the slightly harder route. This is all about waiting for these guns to rotate round. And you might notice the game does slow down just a tad with these things on screen. All fairness, this route isn't actually that hard. Granted, there's the odd closing wall, and this git. Will you explode, please? You sort of need to know where to stand, otherwise you're dead. Still, we're basically done. Yeah, it wasn't actually that hard. Yeah, Act 2's a lot easier than Act 1. Still, the music is awesome, I'll give it that. Okay. In addition, this is the ending without all Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen this. Well, that was thrilling. Oh well, guess we can't summon the Eternal Dragon. Stones actually pretty irritating. There's also a point where we've got to not fall. Good start. This lightning-filled level is filled with guns and lightning orbs. You just sort of time yourself between lightning strikes, and that's not how you time it, incidentally. Now, this path up here is actually blocked. As you can see just off-screen there, an Orbinaut. So we'll need to head down. Be sure to be on the... Well, it saved my life, but at what cost? This little gimmick platform, which the gimmick behind these is they'll only move whilst you're on top of them. This is key in this section. Ah, bugger. But first, we've actually got to reach the sky base. And for that, we've got this launch base style zone. But with lightning traps. And that bloody thing, I forget that's there every time. Bypass the Orbinaut, head to the left. Oh, poo. You definitely get the feeling this is the final level. You can just jump up here, I do believe, and grab yourself Chaos Emerald. And we're not going to deal with the guns, well, my goodness. Essentially the bills of the Sonic universe. Oh my god. This is one of the hardest bosses in the game, and this is going to require some concentration. The Outtakes machine comes equipped with a lightning barrier, which you need decent timing to bypass, or at least to get 2 hits on. And I'll try and beat this as fast as I can. As soon as that barrier's down, you die. Damn it. What is I've got to say is a baffling decision. The easier route is the one that contains the Chaos Emerald, so we're going the easier route. And we're pretty close to it now. And certainly that wire there, it's a one-way system. Like that. Derp. That's a good way to end the run there, Ace. Bypass the Chaos Emerald! What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, there's no way out. Ooh, I didn't know that could work. This is the hardest level in the game. Quite rightly. You know, this is one of the final stages. And decent timing is required to get through this. What am I doing? What did I do that for? The main issues in this stage are the guns. Oh, for God's sake! Don't go when lightning's blowing up, you bloody idiot. Ugh. Derp. And generally I found I've had to sort of just learn the level completely. Oh, I forgot that was there. Learn the level like the back of my hand, there's a gun there. Derp. And naturally lots of bottomless pits. Oh yes, I hope you... Oh, feck. So that's what you want to do. Perhaps not that. At this point, the barrier is moving freely. You gotta sort of lure it to the end of the screen. Oh, bloody hell! Why is someone calling me right now? Okay, well, we've gone the sissy wussy route, but let's actually go the difficult route. This is Sky Base. Oh, but for God's sake!
I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. I got the master plan. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman with the master plan.
Okay, well, we're done. Almost. What do I mean almost? There's still a little bit extra to record. But that's for another video. For now, we've got Sky Base and its difficulty rating. This was an annoying act to record. There are two main sticking points. Act 1 and the boss. Again, you may be thinking, if it's so hard, why is it so low? But I would say, no damage run, it's sort of average. It's still a hard act, it still takes a bit of effort, and it certainly took more time to learn than the other acts. It's just a case of, it does eventually come down to muscle memory, and once it's set in place, you can get quite regularly. I'm not so sure if I should lower the boss rating or not. I sort of think some of my difficulty does come down to the fact I'm trying to speedrun the boss, which is entirely possible. If that's the case, doing it slowly is probably going to be easier. His first phase is simple enough, but the second phase, the fact that you have to manipulate the boss in order to attack it safely, it's quite tough. He's probably about on par with the Jungle Zone boss, and he isn't that bad a final boss. It's quite fun, it's intimidating, and the first few times you fight him, you're gonna die a lot. Still, we are not quite done with Sonic 1 on the Masters. You probably noticed there were no Game Gear comparisons. There are actually so many differences with the Game Gear version, I'm just going to do a second run. I'll level in a different video. This one's running a bit too long as it is. So we're going to do a second perfect run, quotation marks. Our Sky Base on the Game Gear, this is a completely different zone.